All right, welcome back to Lane Switching. Today, I'm here with my guest, none other than Dodo Banks.
Yes, sir. You know what's going on, man.
Thank you for pulling up, man. We're doing a little bit differently. We're at Viva Recording Studios filming this one, and yeah, just appreciate you doing this, taking the time.
Appreciate you for having me, dog.
No worries, no worries. So let's just kick it off. Tell us a little bit about your upbringing and life before music.
Yo, me, I was a football player, you know. I played a little bit of ball. I'm from the South. I've been from the South Trappers. And yeah, that's really it, you know. I kind of just, I was a regular guy, just an athlete. I wasn't a crazy athlete, but I played my sports, you know. And basically, yeah, like a regular kid, right? And then I got into music when I got into music fairly young, you know. I wasn't necessarily a rapper, but like in terms of just listening to rap and like trying to make raps and all that, like I got into that fairly young, right? So yeah, that's a little bit about myself still.
That's dope. So when did you actually start? When did you actually start releasing music?
I started releasing music, what, 2016, 2017. I think I dropped my first Drippy season tape, like my EP, in 2017. So that was like the EP with like Lavish, Exclusive, and all those tracks, right? So that was like my debut EP type thing.
That's sick.
Yeah, for sure, fam.
And so, where did you actually get the name Dodo Banks?
Real talks, like Dodo's been my nickname, since a youngin'. So like that was just like that was my nickname before I even kind of knew it, right? And then Banks is it's my dad's last name, so I was just kind of like, yo, let me just incorporate my known nickname with my dad's last name. I'm not gonna lie, I was just like, yo, it sounds sick, Dodo Banks. It just went well, so I was
For
like, let me
sure.
stick to it.
So, how would you describe your sound?
Me, my sound, I would say like I tried a little bit of different stuff, like I would say generally I'm like trap, like yeah, like trap, a little bit of like drill type thing, you know what I mean? But like I've done a little bit of like melodic tracks, like Get It On My Own and stuff like that. Like I try to be a little bit versatile. I try to try different shit. But like mainly I would say yeah, like I'm a trap drill type rapper for sure.
That's dope. And
hmm
what do you think? Like just what are your biggest influences when it comes to the music?
Like in terms of like rappers,
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
yeah, like I would say the Migos is probably like number one that stands out from like the time I started like listening to not started listening to rap, but like really got into it. That was the group that like I was listening to most. You know what I mean? Like Quavo, Takeoff. You know what I mean? Offset. And those were the guys like I was always listening to them. Like Trap Out the Bando and all those songs. Like those were that was a group that really stood out. Who else? Like I would listen to like R&B, Usher, Chris Brown, all of them type guys. Yeah, like there were so many Lil Wayne, the typical guys.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
Was there one of the members of the Migos that kind of stood out to you that was your favorite?
Real talks, like I would say Quavo stood out the most. Quavo was my favorite personally. But then like even Takeoff, Offset, like the way they came up with the bars, you know what I mean? Like just their flow. It was a game changer, you know what I
Yeah,
mean? So it's just I fucked with it hard.
yeah,
But
most
yeah, like
definitely.
as a collective, they went crazy.
Yeah, yeah. Rest in peace of Takeoff.
No, for sure. Rest in peace, Takeoff, for sure. No cap.
So, it doesn't even just have to be Ottawa. Like, besides, your guys and people you worked with in the past, like, who would you like to work with in the future?
From the city, or
Anywhere.
I mean, shit. Like I'd like to work with a lot of rappers. Like from the city, I would say, trying to get a feature from Leah Cloud. She's been doing her thing.
Yeah,
She's doing big. I'd say for sure Gigi Chevy. We're gonna get some music in, that's the bro. Um Me and Rebel, like the after party, we got some music, but like we're gonna get some more in for sure. He's going crazy too. Both of them guys, they got a tape out too, so they're going crazy.
Yeah, for sure.
Who else? There's a couple guys, like there's a couple artists, like I'm not gonna name the whole list, but like
Yeah, yeah,
at the end of the day, yeah, like there's a couple artists that I definitely want to have features with, and from each end, like from all around the city, it's not generally just the South, right? There's a couple guys from shit, the East, the West, whatever, trying to work, let's work.
yeah,
At the end of the day, the city got to come together, no cap, because it's like at the end of the day, we're already lacking as a whole in terms of the music industry, right? Like people are looking at Toronto, people are looking at Vancouver and shit. But like the more we come together, at the end of the day, they're gonna be looking at Ottawa. You know what I mean? They're gonna see the talent. They're gonna see, okay, yo, these are the artists coming out of here. You know what I mean?
yeah.
But yeah.
And just as a local artist, you've been doing your thing for a minute. What resources or what do you think you need to take you to that next level, that national level where you're recognized on the same level as Toronto, Montreal artists?
Yeah. Real talks is just marketing. Like I blame myself. Like you just gotta market your stuff properly, right? Just like promotion, right? Like you gotta get it out there to everyone, right? Like no one's just gonna find your music like that. You gotta get it out there to the people, right?
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, like I said, like I blame myself. Like I gotta be on top of my marketing and my promotion. And at the end of the day, like I know people will gravitate to the music regardless.
Yeah, and I think it's not an issue, but I think where it comes down to where people aren't getting as many streams as they want is the rollout. Is that a lot of
Mm-hmm.
times these artists, there's really no rollout. It's kind of just post
Yeah,
a photo on my Instagram and I hope
and
I
then
get
that's it.
streams. But
Nah, 100%.
if you really want to push it, a genuine rollout doesn't even need a marketing team, but a genuine rollout on your social media platform, it'll go a long way.
Exactly. You just gotta have like a release plan, right? You
Hmm.
gotta know, okay, yo, this week I'm doing this week I'm doing that. Like you can't just, like you said, you can't just say, yo, I'm dropping a fucking picture on Instagram, and oh my bad, can I swear?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just dropping a fucking picture on Instagram, and you know what I mean. You think your shit's gonna bump from there? You have to have a whole release plan. You gotta be doing campaign ads and this and that. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot that goes with it, other than just dropping a picture on Instagram, a little cover art, or dropping your little preview. You know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, you have to think of ways for people to gravitate to your preview or your little cover. You know what I mean?
Yeah, most definitely. And
100%.
speaking about you just released a
Mm-hmm.
new track, Yellow Tape.
Yes, sir.
Speak a little bit about that track and
No cap, man. Go
uh,
download that. If you ain't
for
download
sure it's a
that, go
banger.
download that. Tune in, Yellow Tape out now. But yeah, man, like I recorded that like a couple months ago, and yeah, like it was dope, like literally when I recorded that, my homies were in the booth with me. They're like, yo, this is gonna be a tune still, you know what I mean? Like the bars and everything, like if y'all just listen to it, the bars, you know what I mean? It goes hard, no cap. And like shout out to Will Marino, he went crazy on that beat. So like right when I heard that beat, I told him right away, I'm like, yo, I'm a slide on this, no cap, you know what I mean? So like let's get it. He sent me that beat and the rest was history, literally.
Most definitely. So if you
Mm-hmm.
haven't already, go listen, go stream Yellow Tape. It's a banger
No
for
cap.
sure.
Real
And
shit.
you've been out here repping the South Side for a minute. How do you think the sound, the South Side sound has evolved?
Mm-hmm.
And what do you think about the next generation of South Side rappers?
Yo, the sounds evolved for sure. Like when I started dropping, there was a couple rappers out, you know what I mean? Like there's my nigga fucking Fleazy, there was Gigi, there's Lido, RIP, he was really talented, you know what I mean? He was doing his thing. Um there was also like guys from the east like Dizzo and a couple other guys, you know what I mean? And like they were definitely doing their thing. And even like I forgot to mention my boy Rebel. You know what I mean? Like I'm mentioning dudes from the south and like a couple dudes from the east that I knew that were doing music at their time. But low key, I forgot your question.
But just like how is it compared to like say 2016 to
Yeah,
2022?
yeah. So like it basically evolved because like yeah, like at the end of the day, there was a certain time then. Like to speak for myself, like I was more. It was kind of like dance, hip hop music. You know what I mean? I was trying to make music that people can dance to.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I
Club
mean? Like
bangers.
club type, like bops. You know what I mean? I still try to do that, but like now it's more. I try to do more like a little more drill. Like I still try to keep it versatile, but like I try to do a little more drill and like not less club, but if it turns out to be a club banger, it's a club banger, right? But yeah, like I said, just a little more drill, more trap, you know? Less like well, I don't want to say less, but I guess it just happened that way that I do less like dancing music type thing, you know?
For sure. And do you
Mm-hmm.
think the music you're releasing now, maybe do you feel like it's coming from a more genuine place than the others?
I would say to be honest, like all my music comes from a genuine place, you know what I mean? Like I take time with all my craft and like it just yeah, fam, it just comes out. However I'm feeling that day, I'm right about it. You know what I
For
mean?
sure.
So that's why I say yo, all my tracks are genuine, really, you know what I mean? If I'm feeling mad one day, I'm gonna write a hard ass, drill ass, crazy track, you know what I mean? If I'm feeling down or some shit, I'm gonna write a soft tune, you know?
For sure, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if you check them out, but just some of the youngins coming out of Southside right now. What do you think of that music?
Yo, the youngins in the South, fam, they're going in, dog. Keep doing your thing, you know? Like me, I'm always supporting the next generation, you know? Like at the end of the day, me, I don't hate on no one trying to do the same thing as me. Just keep doing your thing, right? At the end of the day, like, just grind. Just if you're gonna do it to the fullest. Don't be no half ass. Don't be no 50-50. You know what I mean? Like, go 100%. And at the end of the day, you'll see the results. Like, Carver, that's little bro. He's
Yeah,
doing his thing. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
who else? There's a couple guys, you know what I mean? Like, and they're all from my block. Couple
yeah,
guys,
yeah,
Young
yeah,
Bossa, like there's a
yeah.
couple niggas, you know, they're doing their thing still. But yeah, for sure.
And I think it's something where it's like that age between like 15 to 20, where it's like you're still young, but like you kind of take the time for granted.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
exactly.
And you kind of just sit on stuff and wait on stuff. But if you're consistent with it and you keep up with it and it keeps getting better, best believe by your early 20s, mid 20s,
Hmm.
you're going to have some traction for sure.
Nah, for sure, fam. Like, bro, there's so many guys doing their thing. You know what I mean? Like, there's Dola even. Dola's going
Mm-hmm.
crazy right now. Like, there's Easy Finesse. Um, yo, there's so many people. You know, like if I ain't mention you, but you know, at the end of the day, we fuck with each other. Shit. You know we on, man. Keep doing your thing still, you know?
Most definitely. So the year's almost over, but can we expect anything more after Yellow Tape this year?
Oh, for sure.
And what can we expect going into the new year, 2023?
Yeah, man, like after Yellow Tape, I'm not gonna lie, I'll probably have a new single dropping in January. You know what I mean? I'm gonna let the Yellow Tape ride out and stuff.
Yeah.
So just keep streaming that on all platforms. But yeah, for the new year, I plan to have like a project, you know what I mean? And then I've been just kind of focusing on singles and shit, you know what I mean? But yeah, there's a whole lot of music, you know, like at the end of the day, if I'm not dropping, I'm working and vice versa, right?
Most definitely. So where can people find you on social media?
Follow me at on IG at Dodo Banks. You could also find me on Twitter, Facebook, Dodo Banks with a money sign. Um yeah, bro. Those are all my socials. So Dodo Banks.
Most definitely. So that was the Dodo Banks interview.
Yes, sir.
DF2. That's
That's
my
D
guy,
Banks,
Dodo
man.
Banks. Peace
Yes,
out.
sir. Now we rock.